We love our garlic.
We love our garlic.
It's garlic day. I've been
garlic
looking
day.
forward to this for 364 days.
We're finally planting our garlic for next year, and we'll harvest this in July. All of our garlic, except a couple that were gifted to us from a friend, are from Fruition Seeds. They are local to the Finger Lakes. So we know that this garlic is going to grow well in our climate. That's why we purchase seeds from our climate, and it works. What we need to do is you get your bulb and you're going to peel it down to the cloves. All right, here we go. So you're going to take your garlic and you're going to take all the cloves off. You don't need to peel it, although that one just did by accident, but that's okay. You don't need to peel it though. It's just taking each clove off, and each clove is a seed. You can see where that will go down when you're planting it, because that's where the roots form. And each of these cloves is then hopefully going to be a whole head of garlic and grow into a whole head of garlic. What is your favorite garlic thing that you've eaten so far in the world, the whole world?
Roasted garlic in the oven, spread over sourdough toast.
Yeah.
Game changer.
With avocado?
Without, well, with or without.
With or without? Okay.
If it's a weekend, with.
It's the weekend. Elephant garlic. This is one clove, so we're gonna plant that, and I'm just gonna do a little comparison for you. Beautiful. You ready to go plant some garlic?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I'm walking around the corner where we plan to plant our garlic for next year. If you didn't know, garlic is planted in the fall, typically in our climate. Some people wait to plant in February, I think, but we like to give our garlic its proper time. We are turning the Three Sisters bed into a garlic bed for this year. Since we don't have our annual bed fully put together, so we're gonna quadruple this this bed up for next year and have garlic planted in it until July. The first thing we need to do is a little cleanup. We talked about in our last video about garden cleanup and why we would keep some plants and why we wouldn't. Typically, we may or may not cut down the corn to chop and drop and everything. But this year, because we are going to plant our garlic along the back of this bed, we need to cut down all of the stalks and also get rid of this big weedy thing that ended up there, just so that doesn't like smother anything below here. What you think?
Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. You heard him. Let's do it. Paige, what on earth are you actually eating? Now we're going to dig a couple trenches for the garlic to go. The trenches are gonna go right along. It's hard to tell because of the plants that kind of grew over, but the trenches are gonna go right along the back of this bed here where the hill starts to go up. That's like the back of the bed, even though these grasses you can see have come over in this like creeping ivy. Peaches is obviously checking it out as well. And yeah, so that's where we will plant the garlic, on that edge right there. We have the whole bed planted. We didn't have enough room to plant 2 of the varieties of garlic because we just ran out. And what we're doing from here is we're going to spray the whole bed with worm tea. K&C Worm Farm right down the street from us.
They're the best.
They're the best and great friends of ours. Definitely get yourself some worm tea. This stuff is gold. And the way that Kate and Chrissy do it is they just keep making it better. The worm tea, the liquid fertilizer, is not something that we could produce ourselves because they use special techniques and machinery to aerate the worm tea and make it the best that it possibly could for the soil. But we're going to spray a layer of worm tea on the whole bed, including where the garlic is, but also where we want to plant next year. And then we're going to rake leaves on top of it. And ideally we want a 6-inch layer of like leaf mulch. Leaves are my favorite thing to use for mulch because they're free from our tree. If you saw our last video about the garden cleanup, you know that we are not using any leaves with fungal diseases. One of our trees got fungal disease this year because of the excess rain. So we won't be using those leaves to mulch on top of the bed, but this big beautiful tree that we love gives us plenty of leaves that we can cover this whole bed with. It's just adding organic matter to the soil, and it'll help feed this bed over the winter and keep our garlic nice and cozy for those long winter months. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about the how-tos of how to plant garlic, then make sure to check out our next video for the step-by-step details. Sending you lots of big love.